Hey guys, this is the second part of my making this knife video. Don't really know what this knife's called yet, but I've changed the design slightly so that it kind of has a skeleton wrap type thing. This is only because I've never done one before and I think it'd be fun. I also finished the beveling, like I said I do last video. I've got quite a long bevel on this side and then a really short one on this side. Not sure why I did that. But anyway, I've done it now. I think the only reason I did it was because, well, it might be fun. Might be different, you know. Got to be different from everyone else, you know. But, yeah, the only thing I'm going to do this video is finish off the inside of this. And then we're ready to heat treat and then paracord wrap. And that'll be this video. Not a particularly long one because I did most of the work last video. And, yeah, that'll be everything, really. Looks pretty good so far. Just done that bit there, as you might be able to see. That's rounding out quite nicely. Now I just got to get rid of all these chain drilling marks, because that's how I cut it out. Could have used an angle grinder thinking about it, but oh well, chain drilling, it's fun enough. Right, I'm going to change my file now. I'm going to go back to using my bastard file instead of my needle file. Right, now I'm going to move on to the other side to get rid of those chain drilling marks. Right, that's pretty good now. I'm going to move on to the heat treat, then the paracord wrap. Actually, I'll buff before I do the paracord wrap, and I'll show you buffing again, because I know how much you guys like to see buffing, because I do it so friggin' much now, but oh well. Be a bit of fun, and, well, that's pretty much it for the filing and all that, so, yeah, I'll show you heat treat again. Okay guys, this is what it looks like after all the grinding and surface polishing and spine polishing. Just using my new Dremel tool, which is quite nice, just with a sanding drum on the end. Although I did manage to go through about 85 million, when I say that I mean 2. But that's still quite a lot, and I'm running out, so I wouldn't recommend the Dremel for doing this. I'd recommend something like an angle grinder grinding disc, but I just went for the Dremel thinking it'd be alright, but try not to, you'll burn through so many sanding drums. Anyway, I'm going to move straight on to the heat treat now, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, this is what it looks like after heat treat. It's very, you know, looks heat treated, except it's not quite as scummy as the karambit or the bike tool knife, because I've surface polished it quite a lot. And yeah, so it doesn't give very much rough surface for the soot to cling to, so this should be quite easy to clean, really. Yeah, it's really nice looking, although I'm very tempted to leave it like that, although it would look pretty shoddy. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do to it for the heat treat and everything. I'm just going to sandpaper it down now and wet and dry paper. I was very tempted to soften the spine up, but then I looked at the entire design, and this hole here means that a lot of the shock is absorbed by this bit here, so I don't really need to soften the spine because it's already got an inbuilt shock absorber, which I thought was a nice little touch. So yeah, I'm just going to sand this down, and then this knife's pretty much done. Okay, this is how the knife looks after buffing. It looks really shiny, it's really nice. I didn't bother buffing the middle bit around the skeleton wrap, just because it's not going to be seasoned, so there isn't really any point in me doing it, and it'd be a bit pointless really. So, well, that's that. It looks really nice though. It's not sharp though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that after the paracord wrap, and that's the end of the knife. I'm sorry this wasn't more of a tutorial. It's just I haven't really got a lot of time to fiddle around with all the camera and everything. I'm just solely focusing on the knives, and as soon as I get my cameraman back, I can do more of the, showing all the processes and stuff. But until then, it'll just be more updates on how the knives look after each process, and then how they look at the end. And yeah, that's how it'll probably be for 3-4 days. It'll just be knives. This is how they look. This is how I made them. This is what I did. I know it's probably not what you guys want to see, but this is what I'm doing at the moment, and it's the best I can do. So, if you don't like that, just drop a comment, and I'll do my best to set up some form of apparatus like this to balance my recording equipment on, to show you guys how everything works and everything. So, yeah, I'll just do the paracord wrap, and then that'll be it for this knife. And now the hardest bit. How exactly do we finish this off and make it look good at the same time? An age-old question people have been asking for an extremely long time. I think this deserves some real thought, this does, so give me a minute and I'll figure it out. Alright guys, this is it completely finished. It looks quite nice. The wrap it's a little bit holy just because how the shape of the knife is from the whale's hump. It wasn't ideal to wrap with paracord, but it did turn out quite nicely. I could have absolutely packed it with paracord, but that would have made it look really odd down here, so I just opted to leave a little gap there. And yeah, it's been tightened. I've heated up the spine, I've heated up the middle, I've heated up the end, the belly. That's just to tighten the paracord, because when you heat up paracord it contracts slightly. And so that's just made it a little bit tighter. It's quite a comfortable knife to hold. It fits in your hand quite nicely. It does dig in a little bit around the hump, but not as much as you'd expect. And now all I have to do is sharpen it, and that is this knife complete. And yeah, come up with an interesting name for it. It's the next one. Oh, a little thing is also the wrap I went for is kind of like a fishtail. It's a modification of the fishtail. And the fishtail's a type of wrap, and I thought it's a whale for fishtail, you know, that kind of thing, you know, sea life theme. Yeah, well, that's this knife complete. If you like the video, then, well, please like and subscribe. Actually, that would really help out. But I'm just gonna leave off with a little clip of me sharpening it, and then a little paper test. Yep, that'll be that knife. Now that is about as sharp as I'm going to get it to today on my oil stone. I'm not going to bother moving up to my whetstone or anything like that, because I'm not interested in it being that sharp. This just has to be a knife that does function. I'm not looking for a face shaver or anything like that. So I'm going to leave it like that, and then just leave you with a paper test, and then that'll be it for the video. Well guys, this knife isn't particularly sharp, but oh well, who needs it to be anyway? Anyway, if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.